"You finally free," the security guard joked as she walked past. Talia Cruz smiled, exhaling the kind of breath that had been sitting in her chest for years. 11 years, Marcus. I think I earned this exit. Her steps were slow, almost reluctant, as she crossed the hospital threshold for the last time. The automatic doors hissed closed behind her, sealing off a chapter drenched in blood, bravery, and sleepless nights. For the first time in over a decade, she wasn't wearing scrubs. Instead, a tight-fitted red blouse clung to her like a final salute to the version of herself she had hidden for so long. Elegant, radiant, untouched by the sterile walls she was leaving behind. Her heels clicked against the concrete like punctuation marks. I am done. She paused at the edge of the parking lot, looking back at the hospital windows, now filled with blurry shapes of co-workers waving their quiet goodbyes. There were no tears, only relief. No more 3 a.m. crash calls. No more losing a child on her lunch break. No more whispering, "You're going to be okay," to people she knew weren't. Then, it happened. The wind picked up, sharp, sudden. Her hair whipped forward. A low, thunderous growl filled the air. At first, she thought it was a storm rolling in, but storms don't break through the sky in formation. 3 helicopters tore through the clouds overhead, black as night and moving fast. The sound was deafening, blades slicing the air like 1,000 knives. The parking lot exploded into motion, papers flew, people ducked, alarms shrieked from car doors. Talia shielded her eyes, instinctively stepping back, her red blouse snapping in the gust like a battle flag. One of the helicopters descended, fast, aggressive. It hit the ground like thunder. Before the dust could even settle, 3 Navy SEALs in full tactical gear leapt from the side bay. Helmets, goggles, body armor, the works. But their target wasn't the hospital, it was her. "Talia Cruz," one of them shouted, moving straight toward her. Her heart stuttered. "Yes, what's going on?" "We need you back, right now." "What? Why? I'm a nurse, I'm done." The SEAL looked her dead in the eye. "You're not just a nurse, you're the reason our team leader is still breathing. You remember Syria, the field tent? You stayed when it fell apart. You saved him with a pen, a shoelace, and a prayer. You kept him alive when everyone else had already written him off." Talia froze. That story wasn't public, classified. Only a few people ever even knew her name back then. How do you know that?" "Because he gave us instructions," the SEAL said, voice tight. "If we ever lost our medic and had no shot left, find the red blouse in DC. He said, she's the one who doesn't run, she's the one who saves ghosts." Her hands trembled. She remembered those eyes, that bleeding chest. The moment he whispered, "You ever need us, we'll come." And now, they had. The SEAL motioned to the helicopter. "We've got a man down. Deep zone. No evac. No second chance. You're it." Talia glanced back toward the hospital, the place that had drained her soul for a decade, the building that taught her how to stand still while the world collapsed. It was over. She was done. But the world apparently wasn't done with her. She kicked off her heels, handed her purse to a stunned receptionist who had followed the chaos to the curb, and climbed in. The SEALs pulled the door closed behind her, and the helicopter lifted instantly, rising like a phoenix into a sky still shaking from its arrival. Inside, she sat between 2 soldiers who looked at her like she wore armor. One of them passed her a headset. "Ma'am, we got intel in the bird. You've got 7 minutes to prep." 7 minutes. She once held a collapsed lung together for 17. The pilot turned back. "You scared?" Talia tightened the strap on the headset. "Of course, but I've been scared before." The SEAL beside her grinned. "That's why we came for you." Outside, the city faded below. Inside, the air grew heavier, not with fear, but with the unmistakable gravity of purpose. This wasn't a shift. This wasn't overtime. This wasn't obligation. This was a call, and only some people ever get one. She looked out the window as the sun dipped behind clouds, her reflection flickering beside the world she was flying back into. Her red blouse fluttered in the draft of the open cabin door, and for a split second she looked less like a nurse, and more like a legend in the making. Because some people save lives quietly, others are summoned by helicopters. If you believe stories can change lives, prove it in the comments. Tell us what this one meant to you and where you're watching from. Like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel alive.